Hello and welcome to Tryhard 102, how to play Tryhard Deathmatch. If you've seen the previous video, you should be able to locate and join a Tryhard Deathmatch server. What to do next? Let's take a look at the 4 most common heroes and why you should play them. If you want to jump right into those, go to the timestamps. Otherwise, here's a brief intro. If you're going to play Tryhard Deathmatch, you should be trying your hardest to win at least some of the time. Most of your opponents will be trying their hardest to win with a given hero. Some modes end after 15 kills or 10 minutes or whatever. Sometimes the real winner is the guy with the best kill-death ratio. At any rate, you should be trying to kill your opponents before they kill you. If you're not used to playing aim-intensive DPS or support heroes, this will be very difficult starting out. But don't worry about it. Everyone's here to improve. If you keep practicing, you'll start doing better. You will die all the time, but so will everyone else. Eventually, you'll probably finish a game in first place. Sometimes this is less about aim and more about smart ability usage. Even with terrible aim, you can get plenty of kills by being smart about how, when, and where you commit to an engagement. Don't be afraid to try these sorts of tactics starting out, you'll still improve a lot. That said, if you're looking for the best all-around heroes to play, give these a try. Each will have something to challenge you. Each of them has their own strengths and weaknesses. Let's take a look. Number 1, McCree. Work on your semi-auto hit scan aim. This is great practice if you want to try flick style aiming. You will usually have a flashbang to throw at people and stun them. In the regular game, people get mad at McRight clickers. They can only get kills by flashbanging people and following it up with his fan the hammer. Good luck with that in here. It's usually disabled. Besides, it's not something you really need to practice intensively, like a silver player can kill a grandmaster player with it half the time. Instead, you'll probably be flashbanging people and then shooting them in the head. Ideally, you will shoot them once before flashbanging them. That way, the flashbang and headshot will do over 200 damage. Be on the lookout for Genjis and Tracers. They will try to make it difficult to land a flashbang on them. A great technique to work on is how to flashbang a Genji doing deflect. It's often very possible. Also, try to get used to your role. Figure out how far it will take you and which direction you want to aim towards. Remember that it acts kinda weird on stairs and has recently been buffed, so be careful. Overall, McCree is a very strong hero. He has great survivability, and Flashbang is a very powerful defensive tool. He doesn't have any real counter, except maybe like Distant Widows. He does suffer from very low mobility, but again, don't underestimate the role. Soldier 76. Work on your automatic hit scan aim. This is great practice for tracking. Also, work on your fast projectile aim with his Helix rocket. I would say it's more challenging to get kills as Soldier in Deathmatch compared to many of the other DPS heroes. Unless your aim is godly, Soldier really depends on his Helix rocket to win the 1v1s. He has very low burst damage potential otherwise. Try to refine your tracking aim at all ranges and try to hit your Helix whenever possible, either directs or splash damage. Remember that the cooldown on it is relatively short. Also, try to perfect the Tracer combo. Although Soldier can struggle killing his opponents quickly, he has great survivability. Try to work on your heal pad usage. When should you place it down against a Tracer versus an Ana or Genji? Did you know the heal pack can fall through a lattice or off of ledges? Sprint is an extremely powerful ability and I feel often underrated. Don't forget to use it to chase down targets, run away, get better positioning, eat health packs, and break ankles. Soldier probably fares better in Deathmatch than Ranked, but he's still more of a jack of all trades, even in here. He can really struggle against Doomfist and can also be overwhelmed in chaotic fights. Up next is Tracer. Work on your close range hit scan tracking. Also a great hero to practice for spatial awareness and warming up your wrist in general. Tracer is often the most popular hero in the lobby. Her high mobility gives her a lot of survivability and can let her get easy kill steals to climb the leaderboard. Her low health pool, though, punishes bad movement, and she can die incredibly quickly to snipers, third parties, and opponents she doesn't notice. Try working on your 1v1s. Good Tracers are experts at baiting out vital cooldowns from their opponents. See if you can juke flashbangs and dashes, and force out deflect or heal pads. Tracer's really good at punishing scoped-in targets. Keep an eye out for Widow, Ana, and Ashe players for an easy start to an engagement. If they manage to survive the initial clip, avoid their abilities and work on your evasive movement. Remember to use your mobility. With your blinks and recalls, you can effectively force an engagement on almost any other hero, or escape with your life if it doesn't go your way. Tracer doesn't have great ways to gain verticality, but she can almost always beat an opponent to a health pack. To win as Tracer requires both great aim and great movement. Even these aren't always enough against a lobby full of McCrees or camping snipers that can hit their shots. Even for beginners, her mobility and survivability can make it possible to get a respectable kill-death ratio. Lastly is Genji. Work on your ninja dream. Big close-range flicks, long-range projectile aim, Necros sensitivities. This is great practice if you want to grow up to be Sparkle. This is maybe not the easiest hero to start with, but he's still very strong. Genji has very high mobility and huge burst damage potential. He can wall climb away from bad situations, turn his opponent's aim against them, and dash reset for huge plays. Try working on bamboozling your enemies. Genji demands much fuller use of verticality than any of the other heroes on this list, and really most in the game. Make full use of your double jump and wall climb to attack enemies at your preferred engagement ranges, and not theirs. Genji can appear out of nowhere, do a ton of damage, and counter his opponent's greatest strengths. Good Genjis will have amazing 180 dash combos. They'll understand how to stealthily approach a target. They always have their deflect available, and their Dragon Blade will get 3 or 4 kills every single time. Much like with Tracer, if you're just starting out, try to avoid unfavorable engagements. Look for scoped-in or tunnel-visioned enemies, do your best to third party. Wait for opponents to use valuable cooldowns and strike when they're most vulnerable. Remember, you get a dash reset anytime a target you damaged is killed by anyone. Spam those shurikens, shift your way into the play of the game. Overall, Genji can be almost unbeatable played by a skilled enough player. The slightest mistake, however, can be easily punished. If other heroes misuse their abilities, they might have a chance to eke out a win through superior aim and movement. Genji can often be left helpless with even a slight mistiming. In conclusion, I think these are the easiest heroes to get first place in Tryhard Deathmatch with, especially if you're new to aim-intensive heroes. If you're already a Hanzo main, you might do better with him. If you're a support main, you might even have a better chance with Ana or Baptiste. Try playing a few rounds with each of these heroes, though. You can improve on different types of aim, movement, and ability usage. Moreover, playing as these heroes will help you the next time you play against them. If you're always getting flashbanged by McCree, play a few rounds with him. You'll quickly start figuring out exactly how big the flashbang radius is, and how much ground he can cover with his role to deliver it. Feel free to hop into Tryhard with any of these heroes. And check out my follow-up video on basic tactics in Tryhard Deathmatch and beyond. Also, let me know in the comment section which hero you main and which of these 4 you think is the strongest, at least in Deathmatch. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in Tryhard.